The danger to our country is grave. The danger to our country is growing. The Iraqi regime possesses biological and chemical weapons.
Weapons of mass destruction.
Weapons of mass destruction.
Nuclear weapons.
Weapons of mass destruction.
Will.
Our people are going to find out the truth, and the truth will say that this intelligence is good intelligence, no doubt in my mind.
There are a lot of people who lie and get away with it, and that's just a fact.
Weapons of mass destruction got to be somewhere. Nope, no weapons over there.
President Bush has talked about our staying in Iraq for 50 years.
Maybe 100.
There's no doubt John McCain is going to be a war president. Can anybody see John McCain as sort of a peacetime Calvin Coolidge president? It's preposterous. His whole career is wrapped up in the military, national security. He's in Putin's face. He's threatening the Iranians. We're going to be in Iraq 100 years.
The Bush administration has built a new generation of nuclear weapons that we call usable nukes. And they have a nuclear, posture now which permits the preemptive use of nuclear weapons in a non-nuclear environment if the commander-in-chief deems U.S. forces to be at significant risk. If we start bombing Iran, I'm telling you right now, it's not going to work.
Bomb Iran, bomb. Anyway.
My concern is that we will use nuclear weapons to break the backbone of Iranian resistance, and it may not work. But what it will do is this: it will unleash the nuclear genie. And so for all those Americans out there tonight who say, you know what, taking on Iran's a good thing.
My friends, I know how to handle the Iranians, and I'll handle them.
And if we use nuclear weapons, the genie ain't going back in the bottle until an American city is taken out by an Islamic weapon in retaliation. So tell me, you want to go to war with Iran? Pick your city. Pick your city. Tell me which one you want gone. Seattle, LA, Boston, New York, Miami. Pick one, because at least one's going. And that's something we should all think about before we march down this path of insanity.
The truth is that in national security terms, he's largely untested and untried. John McCain, this is what you're talking about. He's never been responsible for policy formulation. He's never had leadership in a crisis or in anything larger than his own element on an aircraft carrier or in managing his own congressional staff. It's not clear that this is going to be the strong suit that he thinks it is. McCain's weakness is that it's always been for the use of force, and more force. In my experience, the only time to use force is as a last resort. When he talks about throwing Russia out of the G8 and makes ditties about bombing Iran, he betrays a disrespect for the office of the presidency.
And I'm sorry to tell you that we're going to be in further wars. And we were in 2 wars today combating it, and there are other places in the world where we may have to. These young people that are in this crowd, my friends, I'm going to be asking you to serve. There's going to be more wars. There's going to be more wars. We're in a greater struggle that is going to be with us for the rest of this century.
It's a tough war we're in. It's not going to be over right away. There's going to be other wars. I'm sorry to tell you, there's going to be other wars. He will make Cheney look like Gandhi.